Peace, and ascension. How y'all living today? I am Monica, and this is Muse by Monica. On this channel, we are all about alchemizing our pain into power, transforming our shadows into light. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. We have a very special video for today. So welcome Ethereans and welcome co-creators. We are going to talk about something very different, very special. Today we are going to be channeling the dark feminine archetypes. We're going to be talking about 4 of the dark feminine shadow archetypes. This video is not going to be too much of a history lesson, but more so a reawakening, a re-emergence, a remembering. Today, we are calling in and tapping into that good old dark feminine energy. Now, there is a lot on social media these days about the dark feminine energy and how to portray it. I'm not talking to those who resonate or who are trying to cultivate an image or an aesthetic around the dark feminine energy. This energy just is. This energy just exists. It is natural. There are 6 dark feminine archetypes that you may resonate with. We're going to get into them into the video, although I can make that a whole separate video, because today's video we're just going to be talking about 4 goddesses, dark feminine goddesses, that I personally resonate with you. And if you look like me, you may resonate with these goddesses as well. If you resonate with me or you resonate with the content on this channel, you may resonate with the 4 goddesses that we're going to talk about today, okay? Now, like I said, this is not an energy that you are looking to create. This is something that you are looking to reawaken. This is something that you are looking to ignite, to bring out of you. This is a part that already exists within you. This is most likely a part of you that is in the shadows. This is most likely a part of you that you like to keep hidden out of fear, out of judgment, out of not knowing, out of misalignment. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about very briefly the archetypes, the shadow archetypes, the dark feminine goddess archetypes that you may resonate with. You may resonate with one of them, you may resonate with all of them. I find that I resonate with pretty much all of the archetypes. So again, if you resonate with me or this channel, you may as well resonate with all of the archetypes. Today, we're going to be talking about 4 powerful ancient, Kemetic, Sumerian, and African goddesses. These goddesses go by the name of Sekhmet, one of my personal favorites. I've worked with Sekhmet for a few years now. She is all about boundaries and fire and protection and healing. If you guys have not seen how to channel Goddess Sekhmet, my altar work video, please go and check out that video. We're going to be talking about Sekhmet, Nephthys. You may also know her as Lilith in the Greek or Christian culture, or and if you know her by her ancient name, by ancient archetype, Nephthys is the sister to Isis or Aset. We're also going to be talking about Amit, who is the devourer of souls. She's one of my favorites. man eater, soul eater type, okay? She works very closely in the Hall of Mayats, who I also like to work very closely with, who is all about balancing the scales, ensuring that your heart weighs as light as a feather, that your soul, if it wishes to continue on, is not weighed down by lies, distruths, untruths. You are a pure soul so that you can transcend to the next. And then finally, we're going to be talking about sweet old beautiful goddess Oya, who I love. Okay, Oya is definitely with us today, as well as her counterpart Shango. She's been with us actually, as I record this video, for quite a couple days, for a couple weeks now. All right, as she is represented by the thunder, all right, by the rain. She is represented by storms, that power, that inner power. All right, so if you guys are interested in any of these feminine archetypes, these shadow archetypes, stick with me. Let's get into it. All right, so like I was saying, there are 5 archetype, Lilith type archetypes that you may resonate with. This video is not about Lilith, although Lilith is the most known dark feminine goddess, most known dark feminine archetype. I will do a separate video all about Lilith, okay? But some of the core archetypes that you may resonate with. Now, again, remember, you may resonate with one or all of these. I personally resonate with pretty much all of these. And in another video as well, I'm going to give you guys some shadow work questions in order to work better with these shadow aspects of yourself. Okay, so the first Lilith archetype, or the first shadow archetype, is the rebel. I want you guys to let me know which of these archetypes you resonate with most in the comments, okay? So the first archetype is the rebel. Her shadow expression usually shows up as rage, exile, suppression, or rejection. In order for her empowerment, often comes through liberation, voice, or authenticity. Authenticity. There we go. Next, we have the seductress, or the siren. I love her. All right. Her shadow aspect usually shows up through manipulation, obsession, or sexuality or sexual shame. Shame around sexuality. In order to empower this aspect, activate erotic power, magnetism, and body wisdom. Get more familiar with your body, what your body likes, self-love, loving on your body. How are you going to let another man have access to parts of you that even you haven't even explored yet? All right, so next we have the mystic, or the witch. All right, her shadow aspect usually shows up as being misunderstood, feared, or persecuted. All right, we all know the mystic or the witch. If you are the witchy type, you're also exiled, prosecuted, or persecuted. All right. In order to empower this energy through intuition, ritual, and spiritual sovereignty. All right. Usually there's a lot of persecution with the witch or the mystic energy when it comes to, even all of these, honestly, when it comes to strong religion, when it comes to Christianity. All right. This is why usually a lot of dark feminine energy usually navigates or resonates with spirituality over religion. It's because of her shadow aspect, because of your shadow aspect. If you find that religion, reformed religion, is not rocking with you is probably because you have some type of lilith or shadow archetype that you resonate with, okay? The next archetype is the wild woman, okay? This one is the one who is untamed, unpredictable, and usually a little bit of the social outcast. In order for you to feel more empowered by this shadow energy, it is important for you to be free, primal, cyclical, and have a cyclical nature. Right, be very nature aligned, okay? So go ahead and get in line. Go ahead and get into nature, get grounded, get outside, be untamed, be unruly, okay? Be the outcast. Embrace those shadow aspects. It's okay. There's a place for you. And if there isn't, create one, okay? Then there is the exiled queen, which kind of goes into the wild woman, all right? Her shadow aspect usually shows up as vengeance, bitterness, abandonment wounds. This is, in order to empower this energy, activate throne reclamation, boundary setting, and legacy focus. All right. And then the last one, the destroyer, or the dark goddess, all right? Destructive urges, self-sabotage, power struggles, all right? So usually the shadow aspect shows up when it comes to self-sabotage, power struggles, or even being very destructive here, okay? In order to alchemize or for more empowerment around this energy, integrate death and rebirth alchemy, okay? Be okay with the death and the rebirth of something, as well as shadow integration, integrating your shadow into who you are, integrating these shadow aspects into who you are, which we are going to talk about with these these feminine archetypes. Divine wrath, all right? Integrate that. So, like these archetypes, these Lilith archetypes, a lot of the other archetypes also have this. For example, Sekhmet can resonate with the destroyer, the wild woman here, okay? The rebel. She exudes energy of rage. She exudes energy of vengeance, bitterness here, untamed, these destructive urges here, okay? Then we have Nephthys, who is this seductress, this siren, who has obsession or spiritual shame around her sexuality here. She is also can be seen as the mystic here, or the witch who is feared and misunderstood. There's also the exiled queen, who is not quite as seen or understood or sought after as the sister here, who can have some abandonment wounds here. All right. And then we have Amit, who's my favorite. She's like all of them, you feel me? The destroyer, that dark goddess for those destructive urges. She has that vengeance. She's the wild woman where she's untamed, unpredictable, misunderstood. She has that manipulation, that rage here. So if you guys resonate with any of these energies, please go ahead and drop down your Lilith archetype that you resonate with, as well as one of the 4 divine feminine, dark divine feminine goddesses that you resonate with. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into these dark feminine goddesses.